What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about the Texas Longhorns quarterback, Arch Manning, or as I like to call him, Archibald Manning, and the quarterback of my Alabama Crimson Tide, Ty Simpson. In my opinion, the best quarterback in the country, because ain't nobody doing it like him, all right? But that's just my opinion. But this ain't what the video about. This video is about Ty Simpson and Arch Manning having something in common this weekend. And you know what that is? The Georgia Bulldogs and the Oklahoma Sooners. Because my quarterback, Ty Simpson, beat those Georgia Bulldogs in Athens, I might add. And Arch Manning beat those Oklahoma Sooners, okay? And Ty Simpson and my Alabama Crimson Tide got to face those Oklahoma Sooners this week. And Arch Manning and his Texas Longhorns got to face those Georgia Bulldogs. And Ty Simpson and Arch Manning, they've been talking. They've been talking. And according to Ty Simpson, him and Arch Manning been friends since middle school. And they got advice to give each other on both of those teams, Oklahoma and Georgia. Now, it might not make a difference. I don't think it'll make a difference with Alabama and Oklahoma. I just think Alabama is going to beat Oklahoma because I got the best quarterback. And yeah, I said it. My defense is just as good as theirs, if not better. I know two categories that my Alabama defense is better than Oklahoma's defense. I tell you that right now. I'll let y'all think about it. But anyway, I got this information from two articles. The first one I'm going to read about is from donofthedog.com, titled, Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson is helping Texas beat Georgia this weekend. Arch Manning is asking for Ty Simpson help against Georgia. I don't know, he might need all he can get. I can tell you they might need all the help he can get. But anyway, there is one team that has been able to slay Georgia this season. And to no one's surprise, it was Alabama. Hell, we do that every season. And a big reason why Alabama was able to beat Georgia was because of the play from quarterback Ty Simpson. Sure was. Simpson was nearly perfect in Athens earlier this season, and he led Alabama to a 24-21 victory behind his 2-touchdown performance. Since he is the only quarterback who has beat Georgia this season, it isn't surprising to learn that other QBs have been looking for him for advice on how to beat Georgia. That is something Texas quarterback Arch Manning is doing this week leading up to his matchup with Georgia. But instead, it was just Simpson's film. But instead of just watching Simpson's film, he is reaching out to him directly to get some advice and learn how Simpson was able to beat Georgia. Goes on to say Arch Manning is asking for Ty Simpson help against Georgia. According to the above report, Manning and Simpson have spoken a few times this season to help each other prepare for their matchups against common opponents. And it just so happens that Georgia is a common opponent of Texas and Alabama this season. So Manning reached out to Simpson to get as much advice as he can. He gonna need it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I just don't believe Texas can beat Georgia. But if Ty Simpson can help Arch Manning, why wouldn't Arch Manning call him up? They friends anyway. And according to Ty Simpson, like I said, they've been friends since middle school, and they talk almost every week. I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, this seems like a strange thing to do. Typically, players from opposing teams don't offer their help. That is even the case if the players are good friends off the field, like Simpson and Manning appear to be. Apparently, Simpson and Manning don't care, though, because it sounds like they have been helping each other a lot, helping each other out a lot this season. Out of all the players who could help Manning out this week, Simpson is the last person Georgia would want assisting him. He was able to carve up Georgia's defense throughout most of the game and was able to take down UGA in Athens, which has not been done since 2019. I told y'all, I think it was yesterday, that Georgia is 38-1 in Athens since 2019. That long loss coming to my Alabama Crimson Tide. And Ty Simpson just, he clearly knows what it takes to beat Georgia. So he undoubtedly will be able to give Manning some good advice. It will be interesting to see if Manning attacks Georgia defense in a similar way that Simpson did, regardless of what Manning chooses to do. Beating Texas will not feel that much better for Georgia, knowing that Simpson is trying to help the Longhorns win the game. All right. So this is just my opinion. If Arch Manning is getting advice from Ty Simpson, okay, Glenn Schumann, Kirby Smart, Georgia Bulldogs, they done seen it before. So they'll know how to prepare for it and adjust to what the Texas Longhorns and Arch Manning, Texas Longhorn offense and Arch Manning is going to do. I'm quite sure if they, Georgia Bulldogs, they get off to a slow start in the first half like they usually do, and I'm talking about defensively, they'll make the necessary adjustments at halftime like they always do. But like I said, who can blame Arch Manning for getting advice from Ty Simpson, especially if they friends? That's what I would do. I mean, I got a friend who already beat this team. I'm gonna try to get as much advice as I can on their tendencies, what they looking for, what was he looking for. I mean, what you looking for when you as a quarterback, you know, facing that defense. What are you looking for? What are some adjustments you had to make? I'm gonna try to get all of that information. I would be a fool not to. I'm just saying. It is what it is. But let's go on and see what Ty Simpson had to say about it, because they got articles on both of them. And when the article on Ty Simpson is from Bama Hammer. All right, BamaHammer.com. Alabama's secret weapon against Oklahoma could be a QB Ty once coveted. According to Ty Simpson, he has regular conversation with this QB who has already played Oklahoma this season, and we all know that's Arch Manning. Okay, let's go. I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but Manning could ultimately prove to be Alabama's secret weapon this weekend against Oklahoma, thanks to the close relationship with the Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson. Manning let it slip early in the week that he and Simpson spoke about mutual opponents, and Simpson expanded on their relationship after practice on Tuesday, which was yesterday. That's my guy, Simpson said about Manning. We talk weekly, not just about ball, but how each other's doing. He's a really good friend of mine. I know he played somebody, and we talked, and we had talked before. Then, of course, the Red River Robbery was a good game. I asked him a couple of questions, and he asked me a couple of questions about Vanderbilt and about Georgia. Just kind of a quarterback etiquette, talking to one another about what we did see, what did they hear, just about plays and fronts in general, stuff that we talk about, not as friends, but as quarterbacks as well. Exactly. And guess what? Ty Simpson beat Vanderbilt, gave Arch Manning some advice and talked about it. And what did they do? Texas went out and manhandled Vanderbilt. Damn sure did. I don't care what the score is. I said that before. So, yeah, they did. And Arch Manning had a good day against Vanderbilt. I believe he threw for over, like 300 and something yards. Let me see what Arch Manning did against Vanderbilt. I think he threw 300 and something yards and 3 or 4 touchdowns. Let's see. Let's check it out, because they beat the hell out of Vanderbilt. Arch Manning, he had 300. He went 25 for 33, 328 yards, and 3 touchdowns against freaking Vanderbilt. Let's hope Ty Simpson can have that kind of performance against Oklahoma's defense. Now, let's see what Arch Manning did against Oklahoma's defense, okay? Texas beat them 23-6. Arch Manning only went for 166 and 1 touchdown. But hey, they got the job done. They beat them, and it is what it is. I think Ty Simpson will do quite a bit better than that against this Oklahoma defense. But anyway, let me see. Let's go back to the article. Anyway, according to Simpson, his relationship with Manning goes back to middle school. Simpson called Manning a good friend to have, something that could ring even truer when the Sooners come to Tuscaloosa. Arch Manning's advice could be pivotal for Ty Simpson's prep for the Oklahoma game. Manning led Texas to a 23-6 win over Oklahoma in this year's Red River rivalry in Dallas, facing a ton of criticism and heat from a 4-2 start. Manning delivered against the rival Sooners as he completed 21 of 27 passes, like I said, 166 yards and a touchdown, and he also added 34 yards on the ground. Oklahoma boasts one of the nation's best and stingiest defense, so every little bit of additional help Simpson can get is useful. This will be statistically the best defense Alabama has faced all season. Oklahoma ranks third in the nation in opponents' yards per play. As I said, we know this is a good defense. We know that. 33 sacks in the country, only give up 2-point-something yards per run play. You know, I know all this. The secondary is pretty good. We know all of this. But they ain't faced my Alabama Crimson Tide. And they ain't faced Ty Simpson. But guess what? They about to. So we're going to see what this defense is all about. And I truly believe this is going to be a test for our offense, especially being that we don't have any resemblance of a run game, not in the past 2 weeks. But it's been talk going around. We might have some different pieces to play that they're going to try out at running back, you know, AK Deer. I've been waiting to see him. Daniel Hill, I believe. So we'll see. We'll see. So hopefully, I don't know if we can find a run game against these guys. But hey, it is what it is. Maybe, I mean, Tennessee came into the game, like I said, with 26 sacks at the time. And we pretty much did what we wanted against them, and they didn't have not one sack. So, hey, I'm not saying Oklahoma or Tennessee's defense is up to par with Oklahoma, because it's definitely not. Okay, so we're going to see. We'll see. I just feel like my Alabama Crimson Tide can, you know, get a win over Oklahoma. I just want y'all to know that. But anyway, head coach Brent Venables is one of the top defensive minds in the country, and Oklahoma is salty up front. Alabama's offensive line will need its best game in order to find any success whatsoever offensively. This will be a perfect measuring stick for the Crimson Tide. If Simpson and company can find success against Oklahoma, they should be able to find success against Ohio State or any other defense they might face in the college football playoff. But I think my Alabama Crimson Tide, one way or another, going to find success. And I think Ty Simpson is going to keep doing what he's doing. I think Ty Simpson can go for 250, 2 touchdowns, passing touchdowns. That's what I think. That's what I think. Now, I ain't saying, as I said, I ain't saying Alabama win this game by double digits, but I just feel like they'll win, all right? So if they win by double digits, that just makes it even better. All right, and that's just more shit I get to talk. The more I'm going to talk shit anyway and say we whoop your ass anyway, no matter what the score is. I don't give a damn. That's 1 point. But I'm glad these two guys are talking. Show wheels. Because I showed enough. Want to beat them damn Oklahoma Sooners after what they did to us last year. Alabama got revenge on their mind. And Oklahoma going to come in with every damn thing they got because it's do or die. You plan to get in the playoffs the rest of the season, or you playing for pride? That's what it is for Oklahoma. So, hey, it is what it is. Texas, pretty much the same thing. So, collab, Ty Simpson, Archibald Manning. I know these Georgia fans going to have something to say about it. And I damn sure know these Oklahoma fans going to have something to say about it. But, hey, it is what it is, man. They two good friends. Been friends for quite a few years, so why not? Why not? They ain't playing each other. So, hey, it is what it is. So, hey, Oklahoma fans, Georgia fans, let me know what y'all think about what's going on and them two quarterbacks collaborating with each other, giving each other the best advice they can to beat your team. All right. I know you Dog fans and you Sooner fans gonna say I don't give a damn how much advice they give each other. Oh, Texas ain't gonna beat Georgia, especially in Athens. And Oklahoma fans gonna be like, hey, we gonna do the same thing we did to y'all last year, just in Tuscaloosa. That ain't happening. Tell you that right now. I said yesterday that Alabama got the longest home win streak in the country, which is 17 at the time. Oklahoma fan told me in the chat. I'm not in the chat, but in the comments, that shit gonna end Saturday. Well, I don't think so. Sorry, no cigar. All right, we're gonna send y'all in that chuck damn wagon right back for repairs. I can tell you that right now. But anyway, let me get out of here. Y'all tell me what y'all think about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? In preparation for these two games about Ty Simpson and Arch Manning. But y'all be blessed, and remember, KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, and roll damn Tide.